Take 27. I have tried to make this video, I don't know, 27 times. I've tried formal, I've tried wearing a polo, I've tried sitting in my office, I've tried standing in my office, I've tried outside, I've tried every which way, and nothing has felt natural. So I am just going to make this video this time being me, because that's what I think is the best, right? When we're making videos, be yourself. Welcome to my brand new channel. It's called Behind the Med Spa. Obviously, you clicked on that, so you know that. But I just kind of want to introduce myself, introduce the channel, tell you guys a little bit about what I hope to do with the channel. First off, thanks so much for jumping on here, checking out this video. It's not something I'm, in my comfort zone making these videos or whatever, but it's something that I want to do for the people. My name is Derek Ziegler. I am in the process of starting up a med spa in Queen Creek, Arizona. And I am about to start construction of the internal build out in the next, I'd say, 2 weeks or so, hopefully. And so I'm not coming on here as a expert. I'm not trying to sell you courses. I'm not trying to sell you like, hey, hire me and I'll tell you how to make this thing successful. I'm not doing any of that. The purpose of this channel is, number one, for me to document my journey, right? I want to be able to look back and say like, oh yeah, I remember when I couldn't get the architects to fulfill their deadlines, right? And the stresses that I've gone through to get this med spa up and running. And I want to look back at that in 10 years after my med spa empire is insanely successful and be like, man, I wish I had those small problems again. But the purpose of the channel, like I said, is to document my stuff for me, and then also share it with everyone out there. So all of you watching, I want to be able to actually share information. So like I said, I'm about a little over a year into this process, and I have seen things, I've learned things, I've had to research things, I've learned from some great people, and I want to share all that because what I've noticed in this is you join these Facebook groups and you're trying to get answers, or you sign up for an email list, and all it is like you ask a question and somebody's like, hey, you want to do Google review ads? Hey, you want to buy ads? Hey, I'm a marketing expert. I get 7 patients a day in my med spa. And you're like, that's not helpful. That did not answer my question as to, what services you guys like. Or, somebody's like, well, I can sell you this template. And you're like, dude, I just like, I get people are out there running businesses. I get that. I get that a lot of this information is built up over time and it is valuable, right? And so I'm not going to say that, I'm going to give you this exact blueprint that you can follow and I'm going to be able to answer every question, tell you the best way to do stuff. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that. But what I'm going to tell you is I don't plan to gatekeep. I'm going to share my journey. I'm going to make it authentic. I'm going to make it honest. I'm going to tell you how much it costs to start my med spa. I'm going to tell you how much I've paid lawyers so far, how much my interior design costs, right? I'm going to tell you all of these things because it's important. It's important to actually get answers and to have some sense, right? Because the most frustrating thing I think is when I see people in this group that are excited and they're like, hey, I think I want to come into this med spa world, but how much does it cost to start a med spa? And somebody on the group is like, well, I started a med spa with $15,000. And you're like, well, like what kind of is this being run out of your bedroom? Like, how are we spending $15,000 to start a med spa? And that's great. And there's different ways to start it. There's different sizes. It all depends on your goal, right? So I am making this channel to kind of peel back the curtain. As Shrek said, peel back the onion layers, and share with you guys kind of what I've learned, kind of where I've found some good information, how I've gotten to this point, and then share with you kind of all the steps along the way. And then once we open, I want to be able to share with you guys, you know, the struggles that we're going through, how we're overcoming them, how, you know, how we plan to succeed, right? And like I said, I'm going to give you guys as much detail as I can. I think that there's enough room in this space for a lot of people to be successful. And I don't think by me sharing specific information and stuff like that, I just don't feel like I'm, you know, some people are like, well, I'm not going to share that because you're my competition. Well, listen, if you have a med spa in Kansas, I'm not that worried about you out here in Arizona, right? Now, if I have somebody that's like, hey, I'm going to open up a med spa 10 miles from you, can you tell me about all the stuff, right? And you may watch this video, but you know what? Competition is in every field. We're always going to have competition, right? So that's a part of business. That's a part of what we do. So that's what the channel is about. I really, you know, I want you guys, if you're watching this, let me know what you guys want to hear. Let me know kind of what struggles. And I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to share as much information as I can, as authentically as I can. And that's my hopes for the channel. I want to inspire people to start their own business, right? This is about med spa, but if you want to start another business, you know, hey, watch this channel anyways, because you can kind of see what it's like to kind of start a business. There's certain things and aspects that regardless of what business you start, you're going to have those challenges. You're going to go through them. You're going to have to decide how do I hire staff? How do I know when to hire more staff? All that fun stuff. So, that's about the channel. Now about me, like I said, I'm opening up a med spa. I'm about a little over a year into this process, planning to open in April. My background is I spent 12 years building and running call centers all over the world. And when I say that, people are like, well, how does that relate? My goal in running that, and really my specialty, was the operations side and then the customer experience side. So I really worked hard to craft customer experiences that kept customers coming back. Experience is the key to success. I fully believe that you have to have a great product and you have to have a great experience for the customer or the client to keep them coming back. You can get a hamburger. I always use this. You can get a hamburger at 1,000 different restaurants, right? But when you think about your favorite restaurant or whatever, why do you go back there? Yeah, the food might be good, but you could probably get good food somewhere else. It's really that service, and it's how they make you feel, and it's all that stuff. So that's really my background. After I finished that, I did consulting for about 2 years for a large consulting firm. I specialized in business operations for small to medium-sized businesses. So basically, a business would be struggling. I'd go in with a couple other people, somebody that specialized like in marketing and HR, and we would do our best to identify gaps in the business and help kind of correct those, help build processes, help build consistency in the way that businesses ran. So that's me. I'm going to make another video. I'm going to try and do about a video a week. In the next video, I'll kind of dive into what got me into the med spa space, and, you know, how once I decided, hey, I'm going to open a med spa, what was the next step? What did I do? Okay, so I'm sitting here and I'm like, hey, I think I'm gonna make a med spa. I'm gonna open one. Now what? What do I do? Right? And I think there's a lot of people at that space where they're like, hey, I want to open this business, or, you know, I want to open a med spa, but how do I do that? What do I do? Where do I go? What do I do next? Now I have this idea and want to execute on it. What do we do? So that's what we're gonna start covering. Like I said, lots of hopeful information, guys, I hope. And yeah, let me know your questions. Let me know. I kind of have an idea of where I want this to go, kind of, you know, over the next couple months until we open. I want to kind of loop back through the last year and all the processes and steps that we took to get here. So, I think on YouTube, what do? You like it? You subscribe? I don't know what the kids do these days. But whatever it is, so that you get alerts and you know that I'm posting another video, I'd appreciate it, guys, and hope you have a great day, and Happy New Year to everyone, and I'll see you on a video next week.